This hour on The Company, we'll check in with State Representative Bill Mitchell, Tupper on sports, plus Michael Shear and Zach Garrett, along with, straight from Nashville, Jeff Quicks. It's all coming up next.
Byers and Company on News Talk 1340, WSOY.
The world can toss you around, spin your head, you won't know if it's up or it's down. Make you feel on top one day, and one little move, reach out and take it away. Now I search to find the right way, to have the faith I need in you today. Days like these I need more and more, to keep on walking with me, or to find my way. The darkness is deep, and now it's getting harder to see. Lord, teach me your ways to love and forgive, as you have done for me. Show me the edge of grace. Show me the edge of grace.
Welcome back to Byers and Company. That is the sound of Jeff Quick from Decatur, Illinois. He's lived there 10 years. And he just made, he's making, it's not released yet, a CD. It'll have 12 songs on it. Right now, we're going to listen to about 3 of them during this segment. He's going to be a star. He's been told to me by Michael Shear and Zach Garrett, who's produced them over at Dream Vision, their studios. And welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to be here. Good morning.
Always good to be on here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about 2 CDs in the next 50 minutes. Not 50 minutes. Yeah, 50 minutes. Let's start with you, Jeff. This song, Edge of Grace, is beautiful. I mean, it is really a good song. It's got, what do you think, Lindsay?
I like it. I
Isn't it
really
awesome?
like it. Yes. Love it.
Anthony,
Sounds good.
on a scale of 1 to 10? This is what we're doing today.
He likes Rush, so I don't.
I was going to say, how does it compare to
1,000.
Rush?
I know.
1,000.
Well, we got a 1,000 from Anthony.
I was
and,
thinking that too. 1,000. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a good rating. I like that.
Lindsay?
I'm going to give it a 10 because I don't like going when, I'm going to say in the rules I like it a 10.
Yeah, and you've got a young man at home that you're raising.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear verses like this, but it's good music. It's not
good.
It's
This
not church
actually,
music.
this sounds like he's very into anthem music. Like sounds like this.
Yep.
So yeah, he would love this. He would absolutely love this.
So Jeff, what do you think of your critique so far?
Oh, I love it. I love the feedback, and I hope everybody responds that well.
No, this would be right down Little Man's alley, seriously, because he loves like Need to Breathe and stuff like that. So this would be definitely, he'd love this.
Yeah,
He'd love this.
Need to Breathe is really one of the big inspirations who we kind of modeled a lot of the sound after. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that you said that.
he would love this.
So how do you produce a Jeff Quick? You know he's got talent, but you gotta break him into the rat race of the music business. And so the mixing of these songs are really important. Wouldn't you say, Zach?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And when Jeff came in, it's been a really cool process since the beginning, because Jeff came in with his guitar and a song. And whenever somebody does that at Dream Vision, Michael and I are always like, okay, what are we getting into? But Jeff was a very, very pleasant surprise. And his songs were just, when he played his songs, we were like, wow, that's a great song. And so that's when the collaboration and the imagination began to kick in, and we just began to work our magic. And Jeff, either okayed it or nixed it, and it was.
So is that what you do at Dream Vision? You get aspiring artists coming in and say, "Would you help me put together a CD or something like that?" And next thing you know, you're probably helping some people are not going to go anywhere, and then you run into a Jeff Quick, and then you get all excited.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating about it is the way this all started was Jeff originally came in to record a couple cover songs for a missions project, and it was about April of last year. He had original song, and over the course of just a few months started writing like a madman. It was amazing on all this material, and so Zach and I kept putting all the instrumentation together and arranging it and recording, and man, we're on our way to have something pretty amazing going on here.
So, Jeff, I was reading a little bit about this song we just heard, and it says when you write a song, you look at your life like everyone else. the rewards and challenges that you've had. You're relatively young, but you've been through a good part of life. You've been in the Navy. And
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Boy, that's a
All right.
mistake.
That's all
Sorry
right.
about that. But thank you for doing that. And so you've got a little street cred.
I have. I've been all the way around the world, and I grew up in Houston, wanted to come back to Illinois when I was done in the military, and did so, and that's where we're at. And life changes and grows, and kids grow, and here we are making music.
I would often wonder, I love music, and I love listening to music. I have absolutely no talent, and but I sing in the car out loud, and I try to learn words. And as I listen to words of really good artists, I'm thinking, boy, they've really been through some heck, because you just can't make this up. And so, do you have to keep having experience to be a songwriter?
I don't think so. It's important, and you'll find some of things that are specific to my life in some of the songs, but others are just very general in anybody's story. And seeing how you can relate to it, whether you're 20 or whether you're 50, and really it just depends on what words are laid on my heart when I write them. And
as a Christian music artist, though, you've got to keep the thing toward God, but also make it appealing enough for young people to want to listen to it. And I was won over with Christian music. My wife loved Smith. Was it something W. Smith?
Michael W. Smith.
Yeah, Michael W. Smith. She just loved that musician. So we went to U of I to hear him. And the opening act was Mercy Me. And I loved Mercy Me. And I went out and I watched all the young people in the audience. And the place was full, as far as many as they could get in the assembly hall. They were all standing up, saying every word to every song. So this is a big market.
it definitely is. When I explained it to Michael and Zach as the process went on, I talked about different music genres and country music, and how country music, rock music, they all have their own genre, and sometimes Christian music is just kind of compiled into one contemporary Christian music, and we don't have necessarily that one contemporary Christian sound. And to your point, we're trying to reach out and reach other people with this kind of music, that it doesn't have to be the straight worship music. This has its own kind of feel, a little bit of blues, but it's not blues, a little bit of rock, but it's not rock, and just kind of reach a different audience with it.
Well, let me take a break. I had another question I just couldn't wait to ask, but I'm going to wait. And when we come back, I want to hear who inspired you as a writer to get to be this good. Because I agree. When you hear a song that you instantly like, that's a special artist. Because sometimes it takes a while for you to get used to it. So when we come back, be prepared to answer that question. Let's take a break and more with Jeff Quick.
Your WSOY 3-day weather forecast, mostly cloudy today with highs around 45 degrees. For tonight, we have a chance of rain, could even see some snow showers with lows around 31 degrees. Thursday, still a chance of flurries, highs around 35. Friday, mostly cloudy, highs near 31. Right now, it's 47 degrees in downtown Decatur.
If you need to sell your home, it's your friend Sean Hannity here to tell you, even though this nation may be uncertain about a lot of things, selling your home doesn't have to be one of them. I'm going to make this very easy for you and tell you the one agent whose marketing plan is in a whole different league than anyone else you will talk to. I'm talking about Glenda Williamson. She services Decatur and the surrounding area and attracts hundreds of buyers every week and sells a home on average every 2 days. Now, because of that, she can guarantee to sell your home at an agreed price and deadline, or guess what? She'll buy it. Our national marketing plan got my attention, and you know what? She'll get your home the attention it needs to sell for the most money, guaranteed. Now, if I lived in Decatur or surrounding areas and needed to sell my home, well, I would call Glenda Williamson. So call Glenda, 217-875-8081. That's 217-875-8081, or online at glendawillsellyourhome.com. That's glendawillsellyourhome.com. Go there and you can start packing.
New Year's resolutions are easy to make but tough to keep. Busey promises the support you need to achieve your financial dreams. From planning for retirement to saving for college, the experts at Busey Wealth Management are dedicated to your financial future. Let our experienced team help you plan for and accomplish your dreams for tomorrow, today. Busey, your dream, our promise.
Even though we're a small company, the paperwork keeps piling up, and my assistant is overwhelmed. How do you handle that?
We have ProImp and Associates handle our payroll, insurance management, and all of our taxes, and end-of-the-year W-2 reporting. ProImp's experience gives me the peace of mind that we're in compliance, so I can worry about running my business.
That would certainly make things run smoother in our building.
They're easy to find at ProImp.com.
ProImp and Associates, your payroll professionals for over 20 years.
What if you could take charge of your future by reimagining what it means to earn a degree? What if you could be the one who defines what it means to be successful? Millikan University has built an environment where students take learning out of the classroom and into real-world experiences. It's exciting, it's innovative, and requires a new breed of student. Let Millikan teach you how to be that kind of student. Learn more at millikan.edu/youcan.
It's been a long time coming for me.
Byers and Company on News Talk 1340 WSOY.
Welcome back to Byers and Company. Brian is out on assignment, as they say in the news business, down in Florida in meetings, though. Meetings all day today and all day tomorrow. Probably not. All right, so Jeff Quick, Michael Shear, Zach Garrett, three incredibly talented human beings. I put my EP in my briefcase because I didn't want it to get away, but I need it for this. All right, so we're going to give three of these away. We'll do that after the news. But I got to find out, Jeff, you can't write this good without being inspired by someone. Who inspired you as a kid to get you to be this good a writer?
I believe I was a big fan of all music when I was a kid, and still am. And when I listen to the different writers, and maybe not one very specifically, but it is just the passion. That's what it is. Those songs that have the passion, you can hear the passion in the way the music was made, the passion in the way the lyrics were written, and that's what draws you to people. I hear a lot of that in Casting Crowns, but I wouldn't even consider that to be a direct relation to what the music is that we have. They more worship based, but it is that. And I think I really started pushing it and writing as I became a parent, and you start seeing the lives of your children growing and seeing the lives of everybody around you and how they're affected by the music. And really, that's it. The more people that like the music, it just encourages you to write a little bit more.
Now, we only have a minute, Michael, but that's what's inspired you and Zach to go into the Awesome Squad. I mean, you're great jazz musicians, but as you watch your kids, you say, we got to get into this kid writing song business.
Absolutely. The more that we see what children are exposed to at such a early age, we wanted to create something that's very fun, engaging, but it's also safe. It's good and learning for the kids. The parents don't have to be concerned about it, and the parents can enjoy the music as well.
What do you got to say to that, Zach?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the point. Couldn't have put it better myself.
All right, that's good. All right, so when we come back, we're going to hear the third song that we have on our CD here. We'll give three of them away, and then we'll talk about the Awesome Squad as well in the next half hour. So, folks, stick around. More Byers and Companies coming your way. Lindsay's going to be here, and it's Anthony's last day. We got to say goodbye to him in the next hour. So, a lot of stuff going on in Byers and Company. More right after this.
Get your news, weather, and sports now with the Now Decatur app, available for free for iTunes and Google Play. Only with Now Decatur and WSOY Decatur.
WSOY News Time, 7:59. Good morning. I'm Anthony Wilder. Here is your local news first. Governor Bruce Rauner is sent to give his second State of the State address today, and local legislators hope he'll speak about the budget and bringing jobs to the state. Each year, the governor gives a speech on how Illinois is doing and some future goals for the state. State Representative Bill Mitchell says the elephant in the room is the budget.
We all know the state of the state of Illinois is lousy, and I want to know how he's going to fix it. That means he, in a partnership with the General Assembly. The longer you go without a budget, the worse thing becomes. So I just want an honest assessment and working together to get out of this hole.
Mitchell says the state is bringing in $31 to $32 billion, but is spending about $41. He wants to find out how Rauner plans to reduce spending. The governor will give his address at noon today, and we'll have coverage of the address right here on WSOY. We have more local news on the way after Fox News. WSOY News Time, 8 o'clock.
Hour 3 of The Company continues. Kevin Brahaney sitting in for Brian Byers. We'll continue talking with Michael Shear, Zach Garrett, and Jeff Quicks. Plus, we'll talk about the upcoming 8-Bit Bowl at Doherty's. It's all coming up next.
Byers and Company on News Talk 1340 WSOY.
Thank you, Lindsay Romano. Welcome back to Byers and Company, and thank you all for joining us this morning. Man, we have a Decatur success story on as we speak. It's on the rise. You're getting it firsthand in the very beginning stages. It's just incredible. Jeff Quick, this just very talented Christian musician, produced by Michael Shear and Zach Garrett from Dream Vision. We have like our own little Nashville studio here in Decatur in Dream Vision. And they have discovered Jeff Quick. It's all happened over 9 months. They have encouraged him to produce an album, which is 12 songs. And from what I understand, it's going national. You now have a promotion company out of Nashville. 7 of them wanted you. You had to pick 1 out of 7. Jeff, I mean, this has all happened in 9 months.
Yes, it has.
And you went in just to do cover songs, to have record covers. Explain that whole story.
I went in there with one of the ladies that sings with me. Her name's Kara Gilman, and we went in with the purpose to record a couple of cover songs. We were going to do a fundraiser for a Panama mission project that we do. After we recorded them, you start to look at all the red tape of recording other people's music and what that requires to push that out, and there is a lot of red tape. So I sat down, I prayed about it, and decided we just need to write our own stuff. So I started writing songs, and the overwhelming, making the long story short, is we were putting out songs once a week, and Michael and Zach were on board and loved them, and that's how it came to be.
All right, let's hear Born for the Second Time. What's the story behind this song?
This story, you'll hear it in the song. It's very self-explanatory, but it is about a person's life before God and what that changes when you realize, okay, this is me again. This is me coming to Christ, and this is where it starts.
Okay, let's take a listen. Is this your guitar work?
Yes.
That's a yes.
And this is Teresa Lofton on violin.
She from Decatur?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And I watch this life do the same. What I'd become was not the way for me. A change is what I really need.
Who's on the organ?
Me, actually.
That's you.
Yeah.
Is that a B3?
Yes. Yeah, it's a B3. It's actually a B3 simulator, but we had a fun time playing that. I've been working on my organ chops.
Well, I'll tell you what, that sounded good. What about you, Zach? Are you on the guitar here?
Yeah, I'm playing electric on this one.
So, Jeff, how lucky are you to have not only a recording studio that knows how to mix music, but they also can play the music with you and understand everything you're going through and probably give you some advice?
Oh, absolutely. They are able to produce any instrument that I need. It is like the real deal professional studio. So I can go in with any ideas, and these guys can pull it off, and it's amazing. And having them, they'll perform with me live sometimes too, and that just makes it even better because they know the songs, they know the passion that was behind it, and the lyrics. They know all the turns that we put in, and like I tell them, I can remember every song that we put together and every detail of how we did it. And so having Dream Vision with Michael and Zach on board is just made it so much easier. I actually don't know how you would accomplish this without that.
This reminds me of The Voice. The talent comes in, wants to be discovered, and here are the two musician professionals with the recording knowledge right here in Decatur. I mean, could this have happened to you anywhere else, do you think?
I don't believe so. No. This is where I was led to be. and led to Write Music. And Zach and I had crossed paths and met on a couple of other music events. And so that's how it came to be. And I asked him, I said, hey, you do something like this? And he told me, well, yeah, I'm not gonna put a full band in there, but we can come in and see what you got. And it just really has been overwhelming and gone from there.
So Zach, when he comes in and records a couple cover songs, you guys say, hey, there's something to this guy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, man. His Jeff brings a real raw passion to songs, and that's something that can't be taught, So when you see that, it's like, oh wow, he really brings a great passion to this. And then he says, well, I kind of wrote a song, and oh, well, okay, we'd love to hear it. So he brings it in, and again, you don't know what to expect. But
that was Edge of Grace, right?
That was Edge of Grace. And when he brought that in, I was like, wow, this guy has got some chops. And so one thing led to another, and here we are 9 months later.
Now, tell the story that you were telling me in the break about you took Edge of Grace, you professionally had it made into an EP, and what did you do to try to get discovered by a promoter?
We talked in the studio. Keep in mind, I was very hesitant about moving forward because I just wanted to keep it locally. And Michael and Zach said, you really ought to reach out and see if anybody's interested in this. So I sent it to Nashville, and I just really flooded it to 7 companies and sent them an email. Here's my song. Here's what I'm doing, and see if there was an interest in pushing it to radio. And all of them got back to me. So I eventually had to go through an interview process to decide which company I even wanted at that point, which was a blessing and a shock at the same time, just unexpected. So we're trying to kind of slowly walk through these doors without getting ahead of ourselves right now.
So Air 9 Promotions is who you signed with, and they're out of Nashville.
Yes.
And they're saying, all right, now we need a whole album. And you've put together 12 songs, and it'll be released when?
In April, not a specific date. We're going to shoot for the beginning of the month, right in April.
So it's now you're in the mixing stages. Is the album just about done?
Just about. We're very, very close.
We have the parts recorded. We're just in the throes of mixing, yes, along with our Awesome Squad CDs too. So it's a fun time. It's a lot of work that goes into mixing, but it's exciting because we hear the end result, and it's always cool to hear the feedback, especially that all these places in Nashville loved it and said it's automatically radio ready. So it's a really cool thing.
How does that make you two feel? You've sent a CD down from Decatur, Illinois, all produced in Decatur, Illinois, and Nashville listens to it and says, it doesn't need any tweaking. This is great.
It's always nice to be told you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It really was my first call to them. I was like, hey, they like it, but I just need to tell you, they think the music quality is perfect and it's ready for commercial. So that was the first thing I told them.
It was exciting.
Well, I've been bragging about Michael Scheer and Zach Garrett for years. They're Millikan University products, and they stayed here instead of leaving. And most people with that kind of talent will go to the big cities to try to get discovered. But they're staying here with their family, and they're going to figure out a way to get discovered from Decatur, Illinois. And it's great to see them helping you, Jeff, do the same thing.
Well, I'm glad they stayed.
Oh, they're one of Decatur's jewels. And we're going to talk about what they're doing when we come back from the break. This Awesome Squad, what we have talked about on Soy City Buzz and on Brian's show, is quite remarkable as well. And you were saying during the break that your kids, this is your music's their favorite music until you're afraid once they hear Awesome Squad, you're going to lose them.
I am. They haven't heard it yet, but I've heard Awesome Squad, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to start bumping Awesome Squad songs up to the top of their list.
All right, well, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Awesome Squad, hear some of their music. But during the break, if you want, it's called an EP. It's 3 of Jeff Quick's songs that Nashville got to hear. We've got 3 of them to give away for free. Just call in right now, 875-1340.
Caller 123.
Caller 123. And they're yours. All right, more with these guys right after this.
Today we've got cloudy skies, highs near 45 degrees, a little windy, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Then for tonight, a chance of rain, maybe even some snow overnight with lows around 31 degrees. Thursday we have a chance of flurries, maybe some snow, highs around 35 Friday. Mostly cloudy, highs near 31 degrees. Right now in downtown Decatur, it is 48 degrees. Find the resources you need with one call. The United Way's 211 Help Referral Service directs people looking for resources to help them face life's challenges. With 211, a trusted and caring call specialist is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to listen to your issue and connect you immediately to the right source. Suicide prevention and crisis counseling, senior services, veterans affairs, substance abuse, domestic violence intervention, and so much more. So remember 211 in times of need. Get connected. Get answers.
The DMH Heart and Lung Institute presents Hearts Around the World, an international affair, Saturday, February 11th at Cafe DMH. Experience an evening of entertainment, cuisine, and culture from the Czech Republic, Poland, Russia, Slovakia, and Ukraine. Tickets on sale now. Quantities are limited. Tickets are $75 a person, and proceeds benefit the DMH Heart and Lung Institute. Call the DMH Foundation for tickets today at 876-2105 or register online at dmhcares.com/HAW. Sponsored by Newhoff Media.
What if you could take charge of your future by reimagining what it means to earn a degree? What if you could be the one who defines what it means to be successful? Millikan University has built an environment where students take learning out of the classroom and into real-world experiences. It's exciting, it's innovative, and requires a new breed of student. Let Millikan teach you how to be that kind of student. Learn more at millikan.edu/youcan.
With roots in agriculture, manufacturing, production, we've emerged as a global force. It's a transformation. Logistics services, food and ingredients, biotechnology, health and medical science. Innovation at its finest every single day. These careers are waiting for you. Visit careersdecatur.com. We are Decatur and Macon County, and we are limitless.
Byers and Company on News Talk 1340 WSOY.
Waking up early, gotta go get dressed, get ready, can't delay. But wait, what's that I smell? Someone's making breakfast. Running out of my room, headed down to the kitchen, Gotta eat this food so I'll have energy today. Breakfast, the first meal of the day to get me on my way. It's breakfast. Breakfast, it gives me energy to keep me on my feet all day.
All right, that's the Awesome Squad, and that was what Mike was talking about. Is how do you deliver a message to your kids and still keep them captivated by the song? And I that song is just such high energy. And I've watched you. I've watched you guys in action at Central Park and at the Children's Museum, and these kids just flock around you and are dancing crazy. So that song's named Breakfast.
That song actually makes sense. You got to keep in mind, I mean, with a little man, and when he was little, some of the stuff he'd have to say. I remember when the Wiggles were really big.
Yeah.
Remember fruit salad, yummy yummy.
Yeah.
That was the lyrics. Fruit salad, yummy yummy. This actually makes sense and actually has a message that sticks with them.
It gives you a whole menu.
Yeah, exactly. I'm okay, this I get.
Well, when your 2-year-old watches the same videos on YouTube Kids over and over and over again, you quickly realize we need to make some fresh content that makes sense for children and parents too.
Absolutely, because and parents, God bless them, they just there's only so much a lot of them can take, and so we're really trying to do them a favor with this album. We really are.
So you did an EP, and there are like 5 songs on your EP, but now you have a 12-song album that's going to be released in when?
March 1st.
March 1st, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, we have a 12-song project that's going to be released then, but then also that same day, and that'll be available on iTunes and Amazon, all those different places. But also on March 1st, we are releasing a second CD, which is a teacher resource album, and what we've been creating is music and content that kindergarten, preschool, first grade teachers can use in their classroom to create their own lyrics off of whatever they're learning as a lesson plan utilizing our music. And so we're getting some really amazing opportunities. We're going to be in Schaumburg for the first 3 days of March to get to actually teach about 2,000 kindergarten teachers from around 5 states, not just our music, but how to create their original songs using our instrument beds in their classrooms.
So what age groups will this CD be going after?
We're aiming mainly at ages 4 to 7, which covers preschool, kindergarten, and first grade age groups. But, we've had great response from the 2-year-old category. Am I right, Michael?
Yeah. My daughter, even at 2, she has to hear Perfect Day and Breakfast every single day, or Jump before she goes to the sitter. She's got to hear
Jump. Let's try Jump.
Which
Lindsay.
track is that?
Number 3.
Okay, I got it.
This is a great song. My granddaughter she just jumps all over the place.
Yeah.
Jump, let your body leave the ground now. Jump, when you're moving to the sound, just jump.
They listen to the words, don't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
One of the cool things is when parents send us videos of their children who have our songs memorized, and it's just them running around the house singing the songs. I know.
I'm a grandparent.
Your granddaughter's the same way.
She memorized every song. She sits in the back seat and sings them, throws her arms up when she's supposed to jump.
Yeah. And, to Lindsay's point, we really believe that kids are very, very smart, and we don't have to speak down to them. When you set the bar high, they're going to rise right up to it, and they have really responded well to songs where we just speak to them like a normal person, and they really are responding well.
Well, Lindsay, you're a mom.
This is really good. I mean, my guy's 13. He's,
Yeah, but you've been through it.
But honestly, compare this to some of the quality music you get on just like pop radio and things like that. This is the sound they like, this kind of dance music, but I love it. I love it.
Well, for us, one of the big motivators was when we really listened to and saw what the major kids songs were on the charts. Most of it's kids bop, and a lot of those are very adult-oriented, inappropriate songs. We really felt like where sometimes they just change out swear words or things, where they'll just have a pause in it, and we didn't want that to be the thing that kids have a double standard or whatever. We wanted to create content that the parents don't have to worry about. It's fun and engaging. We actually started off, it was almost like folk music when we originally did it, and the more I started really looking at what was on the charts, I was like, man, Zach, we need to really shift to kind of go pop, electronic dance music, that kind of thing there. And so that's cool because that's what's really been taken off here. So all of our songs on this CD are very energetic. So, we're just throwing that in there for parents. When you get this CD, don't expect to play this before nap time. That is not what the point of this CD is.
But it's all optim music, positive music. Let's switch over to Perfect Day. Which one is that?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right. Now, you talk about the kids listening, and you're not talking down to them, but you still got to kind of keep their attention. So is there tricks to that?
Part of it is the music itself. We're creating music that's very energetic, that's going to get them moving no matter what. We see that response when we perform live. Even children, even parents that have never heard the songs before, once the beat starts, they start moving right away. You see that engagement, and once that energy level is there, they start to hone in on what it is that we're saying.
And a lot of it also has to do with actions. A lot of our songs have actions and dance movements to them that we express, in the lyrics. For instance, Jump, let your body leave the ground, and so the kids, it doesn't take long for them to put 2 and 2 together and start jumping.
That's an exercise song, and then the other ones, you got to eat breakfast to stay energetic all day long.
Absolutely.
Let's hear A Perfect Day.
It's a perfect day, it's a perfect day. We are gonna have lots of fun.
So an optimistic song?
Absolutely.
Wake up until we go to sleep. Yes, today is gonna be a perfect day.
And the really cool thing about this whole album is that we wrote this as kind of an overall theme. So Perfect Day is the theme of it. So all of these songs deal with what we really saw as things that a child that's 4 to 7-year-old would experience in a perfect, ideal day of theirs. So the songs that everyone hasn't heard yet, we have songs that are, they're fun, silly things that are coming out. We have other ones about just having a dance party at your house with all of your friends.
We also have songs that talk about how to be awesome. The Awesome Squad is all about promoting the awesomeness mentality. And so we have a song that's not on the EP, but it's called I Was Made to Be Awesome. And it talks about, how to live right and act right and just keep striving to be awesome. We also have songs that deal with maybe some issues that kids that age would have, like not being afraid of the dark, or maybe thinking about what you want to be when you grow up.
So you guys write all this?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
How do you, I mean, you're dads, and I know you get a lot of this, but usually those are things moms deal with day in and day out. How are you so connected?
Well, we both are we're very involved fathers. I mean, we're a part of our children's life. I know that Michael and I both tuck our respective daughters in, most nights. I can only speak for myself personally. When I found out my wife was pregnant, I made a decision that I was going to be a father. I was going to be an active father. I was going to be a part of their life, and I really, I watch what my daughter Rachel goes through, and I really listen to her, and I really want to be there to lead and to guide her, because I believe that I personally have a very, very important role in her development.
So do you feel like you're writing these songs for your own kids?
Absolutely. Actually, we test the songs on our own children to see how they respond to
they
it.
Actually
then we
performed
know.
on yours.
Yeah. My daughter had her recording debut on Breakfast. That's right.
Yeah, and what's cool about all of this is that we've been really afforded an awesome opportunity to work with the Children's Museum over the last 2 years. And actually, every first and third Friday of the month, we teach a music class out there called Music at the Museum. It's from 10 to 10:30 every first, third, and Friday, and it's included with the price of admission to get in. So we've been testing out a lot of our songs. We'll perform them for them, and we see the involvement that happens with those children and the excitement that comes from them, so we know, okay, this one's going to work right here.
Absolutely.
So even though you're great jazz musicians, you're great producers of, say, like Jeff Quick, and you got your own recording studios, you do jingles for businesses, and you do commercials like you did for J.L. Hubbard. This is your niche now. You guys are going into the children music business, and to what extent do you want to take this to?
We really want to see this not just happen nationally, but internationally.
That's right.
I know, Lindsay, we studied the Wiggles and their business model.
Yeah.
They weren't, music-wise, wasn't always, there. They kind of just threw all kind of
stuff at it, yeah.
We've been writing this for 2 years now, so we've really been taking our time to really study and make sure it's going to work right. But, we really want to see this thing go huge, as big as possible. Traveling, performing, seeing it get licensing deals for TV
You're actually going
shows,
to probably
movies.
be teaching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
We're actually creating an entire motivational speaking program for children and teachers out of this as well.
So what's the next step? You've got the how long was it to get this album produced? How much work went into that?
Well, like Michael said, it was a 2-year process. And we're kind of we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Our release date is March 1st, and so we are frantically, efficiently.
Yeah. But you're going to go out and perform this.
Mix.
Yeah.
I know you've been performing, but if you go nationally or internationally, it's going to be a show. It's going to be a show.
Absolutely.
It is, yes.
So there's going to be a lot more
a production,
to do,
for
I
sure.
think.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's each time we perform, there's more and more pieces that are added to it, more that we find with it. It's cool because we have the opportunity to perform just the two of us, or we have a full band as well. So, if anybody's listening out there and wants us to come to your school, to your preschool, kindergarten, grade school, anything like that, we'd love to come do a performance, come talk to the children and get them motivated, help them to understand that they are already awesome. That's what we want to teach children.
All right. Well, best of luck. Come back when the album's released, and I'm sure Brian would love to have you on. We'll have you on Soy City Buzz.
Awesome.
Your Decatur success stories. And to you, Jeff Quick, well, I can just tell you there are 3 winners right off the bat. Mark, Patrick, and Tim all wanted your CDs, so you're going to be a big star too, buddy.
Great. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
And I don't know where can we buy these things at these days? Can you go on iTunes?
Yes, you can have them on iTunes. My website is jeffquickmusic.com. You can pick it up there through a distributor, and it'll be available digitally there now. The hard copies that you have here in the studio will be available probably in a week or 2 through the distributor.
All right, Jeff Quick, Mike Shear, and Zach Garrett. You guys are great.
Thanks for having us.
More after this.
WSOY News Time, 8:29. Good morning. I'm Anthony Wild.